Do you know why your cat sleeps in that exact same spot every single day? Not sometimes. Not occasionally. Every single day. Same corner. Same cushion. Same position. You probably smiled when you first noticed it. Thought it was cute. Maybe even started saving that spot for them. But here's what nobody tells you. That spot was not chosen randomly. Your cat ran a calculation you never saw. And every single thing about that choice is telling you something specific about how their brain works and how they feel about you. And the last thing on this list is the one most owners never catch until something has already gone wrong. So pay attention because this one matters. Your cat is always tracking heat, always, most. People assume their cat picks a spot because it is soft or familiar. But comfort is only part of the story. The real driver is temperature. Cats have a resting body temperature between 38 and 39 degrees Celsius. That is higher than yours, which means they burn through body heat faster than you do, especially at night when the house cools down and there is no sunlight coming through the windows. So their body is constantly searching for ways to recover that lost heat. And they are shockingly precise about it. Here's what most people never realize. Your cat does not just walk to a spot and lie down. They map the room first. Every time they pace slowly across the floor, step onto the couch, shift from one cushion to another, that is not restlessness. That is thermal scanning. The pads of their paws are incredibly sensitive to temperature differences. They are feeling the surface before they commit to it, testing whether this spot is warmer than the last one, running a comparison that happens so fast you would never notice it unless you were specifically watching for it. That corner of the sofa your cat always returns to. At some point it was the warmest surface in the room. Maybe it sits directly above a heating vent. Maybe it catches the first beam of morning sunlight through the east-facing window. Maybe it is where 3 cushions meet and trap heat between them. Your cat figured that out through testing. They remembered it. And they kept coming back because the result never changed. What looks like a simple habit is actually a conclusion they reached through repeated observation. Your cat is not a creature of random routine. They are a creature of calculated consistency. That spot your cat claims every day almost always carries your scent more than anywhere else in the house. Think about it. The corner of the couch where you sit every evening. Your side of the bed. The chair you use every morning with your coffee. These are not random locations. These are the places in your home where your presence is most concentrated, where your scent has built up over weeks and months into something your cat can read like a map. Your cat has an olfactory system that is roughly 14 times more powerful than yours. They do not just smell things. They read them. Your scent carries information about your stress levels, your health, your emotional state, and your identity. When your cat curls up in a spot saturated with your smell, their nervous system responds to it. A study from the University of Lincoln confirmed that cats show measurably lower stress responses when exposed to their owner's scent compared to any unfamiliar smell. That spot is not just comfortable, it is chemically calming. It is the closest thing your cat has to feeling like you are there even when you are not. This is also why cats so often migrate to your pillow, your worn hoodie left on the couch, or the exact indent your body leaves on the mattress after you get up in the morning. They are not being dramatic. They are seeking a biological anchor, something that tells their nervous system that this space is safe because the person they trust most has been here. Look at where your cat is right now when they sleep. Really look. Chances are they can see the main entrance to the room from that spot. Their back is probably against something solid. A wall, a cushion back, and they are likely slightly elevated compared to the floor even if only by a few inches. This is not coincidence. This is 5,000 years of survival instinct operating inside your living room. Cats are both predator and prey. Even the most pampered indoor cat that has never once faced a real threat carries that wiring in every cell of their body. When they sleep, they are at their most vulnerable. Their brain knows this. So before it allows the body to fully rest, it runs a security check. Can I see the door? Is my back protected? Do I have an elevated vantage point? If all three answers are yes, the body gets permission to relax. If even one answer is no, your cat will keep shifting until they find a spot that passes all three conditions. That spot your cat has chosen every day for months passes all three. That is why they keep returning to it. It is not just warm and familiar, it is defensible. Your cat chose a sleeping position that a military strategist would approve of. And they did it entirely on instinct without a single conscious thought about it. Have you ever come home and found your cat sleeping on your pillow, your jacket thrown over the chair, the exact cushion you were sitting on 20 minutes before you walked out the door? Most owners laugh and move on. But what is actually happening in that moment is something researchers spent years trying to understand, and what they found changed the way animal behaviorists think about cats entirely. Cats form what psychologists call secure attachment, the same type of attachment that human infants form with their primary caregivers. This was confirmed in a study published in the journal Current Biology, where researchers tested cats using the same attachment framework used for human children. The results were clear. The majority of cats showed a secure attachment bond to their. When their owner left the room, they became more distressed. When their owner returned, they calmed down faster than they did with a stranger. So when you leave the house, your cat does not simply go offline and wait for you to return. They experience your absence. And what they do in response to that absence is seek out the places in their environment that still carry your presence, your pillow, your side of the couch, that warm indent you left in the blanket. These are not random resting spots. These are your cat staying as close to you as their environment will allow when you are physically gone. Pay attention to where your cat positions themselves when they sleep near you. Not just that they are near you, but precisely where. A cat that sleeps pressed against your legs or curled into the space behind your knees is communicating something very specific. Full trust, complete vulnerability. They have placed their body in the spot closest to yours and allowed themselves to go fully offline. That does not happen with a cat that is uncertain about you. A cat that sleeps in the same room but at a distance, facing the door, body pointed away from you, is comfortable but still monitoring. They want to be near you, but something in their wiring is still keeping one eye open. And a cat that consistently sleeps in a completely separate room every single night, without exception, is telling you something worth paying attention to. Not necessarily that they do not care about you, but that something in their environment or in their experience of you has not yet built the level of felt safety they need to be fully at rest in your presence. If your cat has slept in the same spot every single day for months and then suddenly stops, do not ignore it. Cats do not abandon a spot that works without a reason. A location that passes their thermal test, their scent test, and their security test does not get abandoned on a whim. When that spot gets abandoned, something has changed, and the cause is almost never boredom. It could be physical. Pain changes everything about where a cat chooses to rest. Arthritis makes certain surfaces feel wrong. An internal issue can make pressure on a particular spot uncomfortable in a way that is invisible to you. Cats are hardwired to hide physical vulnerability. They will not limp dramatically or cry out in most cases. They will just quietly stop sleeping where they used to sleep. And if you are not paying attention, you will miss it entirely. It could be environmental, a new smell in the house, a change in temperature, a disruption to their sense of security caused by something as small as furniture being rearranged, or a new person spending time in that area. Their security calculation got new data, and the spot failed the test. Or it could be relational. Something shifted in how safe they feel with you or with another animal in the home. A change in your schedule, your stress levels, your routine. Cats read you constantly. They notice changes you do not even realize you are making. And sometimes, the first sign that something has shifted in your relationship with your cat is not a behavioral problem. It is just a quiet, empty spot on the couch where they used to always be. Vets consistently note that behavioral changes, including shifts in sleeping, location, are among the earliest signals owners can catch before a health or emotional issue becomes serious. Your cat cannot come to you and tell you something is wrong, but their habits can. That empty spot is not nothing. It is your cat communicating in the only language they have. So the next time you look over and see your cat in that spot, the same corner, the same cushion, the same position they always choose, know that it was not random. It was calculated. It was chosen because it is warm enough, safe enough, and close enough to you. And as long as they keep coming back to it, they are telling you something simple, that wherever you are is still the place they feel most at home.